Happy 4th of
July! Happy 4th of July! It's Tuesday and today we are going to be talking about, of course, as you can imagine, America's birthday. It's definitely one of those days that I think a lot of people start to reflect and think about America as a whole and what the United States is. And it's definitely something that's very important to think about on today when we literally reflect on the over 200 years of history that we have in this country, because that's pretty freaking crazy in my opinion. So one of the things that we definitely want to think about is, are we really proud to call ourselves American? One of my friends posted on Facebook earlier today about this exact statement. And I just want to say that personally, with how our country sits, I am not proud to be an American. However, I am very lucky to be an American. The reason why I say that I am not really proud, but I am very lucky to be here, is because I think that pride comes from something that when you look at a government, you want to say, wow, I am super proud of what they are doing, the work they're doing, things like that. And in today's world, I don't feel that way because of the several, different things that have happened this past year. And the pride that I want to feel is I want to see stuff that's actually changing for the better in our government. The people who work in Washington, D.C. and in capitals across the many 50 states here have the ability to do things that could affect every single person's life in this country every day. Sadly, I don't think that they're doing things for the better. However, I am also very lucky to be an American because what we also need to consider is our system. How our system works is unlike any other country in the entire world, which is why the whole theme of America is the best country ever came around. We have this entire idea that we can run off of 3 branches and we can all balance each other out. And it's worked for over 200 years, might I say. And we've gone through a lot of changes. We've gone through a major civil war in our country. We've gone through several scandals. We've gone through several different groups and parties and groups of people that have run this country that people literally thought more times than not, this country is gonna end. But it hasn't, and it's stuck through. And that's really the important thing I think to celebrate today. Something to keep in mind is that just be lucky that you do live in this country. Think of it as the system is what you fight for, not the people who are necessarily in our government. If you fight for the people that are in our government, that is how you feel and that is how you believe. And guess what? We have the freedom to do that. That's the whole cool thing about the United States, is people have the freedom of speech. They have the freedom of press. They have the freedom to speak whenever they want to. They have the freedom to go and protest. Those things are all very, very important because that's how people's voices are heard. And I know it's difficult and challenging over the past course of the year that people have seen that and they said, well, we have fought and everything and things haven't changed as fast as they will. And that's another thing about our government, is that our government is very large and it's sometimes difficult to get change to happen like that. But that can also be for the better too, because if change were to happen like that, it's usually not accepted like that, because human brains don't just change their minds, especially over political topics, very fast. And so it's something that takes a very long time. And I know that sucks to hear as a minority or and all this other stuff, because coming from my little stance as a gay guy, I can say that, I would love to not be fired in the state of Missouri for being gay. But at the same time, I have to realize that that fight that I have to continue to make every single day is important. It reminds me of the rights that I have. It reminds me that I get to marry whoever I want to. It reminds me that I can coexist with other people and still be able to live. That is why I think that's very important. So I hope you guys are all gonna get lots of drinks today and lots of hot dogs, hamburgers, whatever kind of food you wanna eat. Fireworks are shot off and all that other kind of stuff. And I really hope that you all have an absolute great day. A lot of people have work off today, and so this is a great time to spend with family. If you don't have that ability to spend time with family, definitely go on YouTube and watch lots of videos and stuff like that, and know that I am giving you a virtual hug right now. But thank you all so much, and as always, have a gay day. Okay, so I also want to talk about this app. This app is called Countable. This is great for millennials and stuff like that. Essentially what it is it's an app that you can look at a whole bunch of different news feed that's going on. You can also select down here and you can see the different bills that Congress is voting on and all throughout here. And you can actually, if you click on them, you can actually vote. So should federal standards for Made in USA labels supersede state regulations? And you can read exactly what the summary is. You can read other people's reasons why they think yes or no, and you can vote yourself. Also on here, it'll do notifications, and you can put in your zip code, and it'll actually tell you when your senators and your Congress people are actually voting, and what they vote for, and how they vote, and you will get a notification within the 24 hours after they vote, which is really, really, really cool. So if you ever want to stay on top of your game and see what your Congress people are voting for, this is a great way to do it. I definitely suggest it. Once again, it's called Countable.